In this video, you will learn how to solve two great questions, question on trigonometry and question on combination. This is one of those questions you might be asked in your Jamb 2024 examination and subsequent Jamb examination. So if you're a newbie in Jamb as you prepare for your Jamb examination, don't forget to watch these videos. We'll drop the playlist link for you to watch all the videos that will be published from today to the day you'll be taking your Jamb in our tutorial class. These are questions we solve in our tutorial class, and we want to express it here so that in form of videos so that you can also learn from it. Our videos are free. All you need to do is to like this video, share it with your friends and colleagues, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more simplified Jamb content. Now let's solve. To solve this question, these are typical of the questions you'll be given in your exam. The first thing you should bear in mind is to remember your SOHCAHTOA. Now, what is your SOHCAHTOA? You have your SOHCAHTOA. That is an acronym for solving question on trig ratio. Where your S is your sign, the O is opposite, the H is the hypotenuse, your C is your cos, the A is the adjacent, the H is the hypotenuse, and your T is your tan, where the O is the opposite and A is the adjacent. Now, the first thing you also think of is to render this to become a triangle. Now, put that into a triangle. If tan theta is equal to 3 divided by 4, now you should know that tan theta, tan is equal to, from this abbreviation, is what? Opposite divided by adjacent. So that simply tells you that you can truly put this in a triangle. Now the opposite here is 3 while the adjacent is 4. Now let's take this into a triangle. If we take this into a triangle, we can be able to find the other side. Now if we take here to be theta, and we take here to be triangle A, B, and what? And C. Now what do we have? If this is the opposite of that angle theta, that means this place is 3. And if here is the adjacent, that means this point is what? 4. Now let's assume we don't know the hypotenuse. The hypotenuse is what? X. Now remember that we are going to find the value of theta first. If we can be able to find the value of theta, then we can also be able to find the rest. Now from that expression, you can now be able to see that we can simply find the value of y. Now to find the value of x, which is given to us, all we simply need to do is to solve using the Pythagoras theorem. Now remember, this is a right angle triangle. And since we have a right angle triangle, the Pythagoras theorem says that if we have the right angle triangle, the square of the right angle of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the square of the other two sides. So the sum of the square of the other two sides is 3 square plus what? 4 square. So with that, we can simply find the value of x. So this will be equal to 3 square is what? 9 plus 4 square is equal to 16. So our x square can be equal to 9 plus 16. So our x square will be equal to 9 plus 16 is going to give us 25, right? So with that, we can simply find the value of x. Now to find the value of x, we will simply take the square root of what? The square root of both sides. So the square root of what? 25. Now the square root of 25 is going to simply give us what? X to be equal to 5. So we have gotten the value of our x to be equal to 5. So having gotten the value of our x to be equal to 5, now let's go back to that expression. From this expression now, we can simply have our sine theta. Our sine theta will be equal to what? our sine theta will be equal to opposite over hypotenuse, and this is the opposite, which is 3 divided by the hypotenuse this time around is 5. So 3 divided by 5 is the sine of theta. Now we'll also look at cos of theta. The cos of theta, cos is adjacent over hypotenuse, right? So the adjacent is equal to 4 divided by the hypotenuse is equal to 5. So we've gotten the value of sine theta and cos theta. Now let's go back to the question. The question says we should find the value of sine theta plus cos theta. So we are simply going to find the value of sine theta plus cos theta. So what is sine theta? Sine theta, we are looking for the value of sine theta plus cos what? Cos theta. So our value of sine theta is equal to 3 divided by 5, right? Plus the value of cos theta is equal to 4 divided by 5. So we have 4 divided by 5. Now if we simplify this, remember they have same base, and this will simply give us 7 divided by 5. Because they have same base, we'll just add the numerators, and that will give us 7 divided by 5. Is 7 divided by 5 in our option? No. So we have to simplify this and make it a what? And make it an improper, to make it a fraction. This will give us 1, right? And this will give us 2 divided by what? 5. So 5 times 1 will give us what? 5 plus 2 will give us 7. So one whole number, 2 divided by 5, is going to be the solution to that mathematics question that is given to us. Is it in the option? Yes. And the correct option is option what? Option C. So that is that. Now let's look at the second question we are given. In the second question, we are asked to find the value of, we are asked to find how many ways a student can select 2 subjects from 5 subjects. Now let's look at that question properly. We are going to consider that question the same way we consider this other question. This is the second question that was posted, the second question for the week. Now, this is a question on combination. Now, before we solve this, sit down and ask yourself, what is permutation and what is combination? And how can I know that this question is permutation? How can I know that this question is combination? Now, permutation has to do with the number of ways to arrange something, while combination has to do with the number of ways of choosing something. And in combination, orders and sequence do not really matter. So you can arrange them the way you want, but in permutation, order and sequence are useful. And remember that combination are used for things that are of similar kind. Now you see us arranging students and subjects, so they are similar kind. So that simply tells you that this is combination. And this is not arrangement. This is just you're asked to what? To choose. In how many ways can a student select, that is choose 2 subjects from 5 what? Subjects. So that simply tells you that is what? Combination. Now we are going to apply the rules of combination. If we want to look at combination here tells us we have the total number combination, the number of objects that should be chosen, and this will be equal to the total factorial divided by the number choosing factorial multiplied by the total minus the number choosing factorial. Now, what does n signify? N signify the total number of objects in the set, while r is the number of objects that will be chosen from the set. Now, from the question, we are given our n to be equal to, in how many ways can a student select 2 subjects from 5? So our n is 5 and our r is equal to 2. Now let's simplify this into the expression. Let's simplify this into the expression. If we do that, we are going to have our 5 combination 2 to be equal to 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial multiplied by 5 minus 2 what? 2 factorial. Great. Now let's simplify that. 5 factorials will be equal to 5 combination 2 will be equal to 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. 5 minus 2 is what? 3 factorial. So we are not asked to simplify further. Do we have the solution there? This simply remains the solution. Yes, the solution is there, and the option is option what? D. So these are the 2 questions that we posted on our various communities for the first and second day of this Jamb tutorial online class. Don't forget to watch this video down to the day you'll be taking your WAEC, and make sure you share these video tutorials with your friends and colleagues. Remember, you can only solve mathematics if you start early preparing for mathematics. Now look at these solutions. Use them to try other similar questions that are like this. It is by trying and learning that you can learn how to solve math. And if you have any question, don't forget to drop it in the description section of this video, and then we can take it up from there. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye for now.